Tapping wind energy is the key to deliver India's climate change action plan. What is the importance of wind energy for India? What can be the India's potential as far as generation of wind power is concerned? What are the measures taken by the government to accelerate growth in wind energy sector? What are the raising concerns over attention given to the wind energy sector? GS Paper 3, Conservation, Environmental Pollution and Degradation, Environmental Impact Assessment. What is the context about? From the day Indian government unveiled its ambitious plans to generate 100 gigawatts of solar electricity by the year 2022, solar energy has been the showpiece of India's renewable energy policy and its climate change action plan. What is the importance of wind energy for India? With an installed capacity of about 4 times more than solar energy, the wind energy was an early mover in the renewable energy sector. Now it is being pushing away. The wind industry, which had been spearheading India's renewable energy push since the end of 1990s, is now fearing just that. As of now, total installed solar capacity is 8 gigawatts, but it is still a tall order to attain the target of 100 gigawatts in the next 6 years. Wind is placed in a much better situation and is already fairly well established, while solar is still in its infancy. Thus the hybrid, combined solar and wind generation policy will be the only solution for India's energy problems. India's potential as far as generation of wind power is concerned. At nearly 27 gigawatts of installed capacity, India is already the world's 4th biggest producer of wind-based electricity, after China, the United States and Germany. India would have close to 45 gigawatts of installed wind energy by the year 2020, even in the most modest of growth scenarios. If pushed aggressively, it can go up to 67 gigawatts by 2020. That means, India's target of generating about 60 gigawatts of electricity through wind energy can be realized 2 years in advance. What are the measures taken by the government to accelerate growth in wind energy sector? The government, in January 2015, announced a separate wind mission under the National Action Plan on Climate Change, NAP. The solar mission has been in place since 2008, as one of the original 8 missions in the NAC. Earlier this year, the government also announced incentives for the industry to repower their existing wind turbines. As part of the incentive, the companies would get assistance from the government to replace the existing turbines with those of higher capacities. Raising concerns over attention given to wind energy sector. Recently, the government decided to withdraw 50% of accelerated depreciation benefit to the industry from next year. The generation-based incentives are also being withdrawn. These steps are not particularly helpful for the growth of the industry. The wind manufacturing industry has the capacity to produce equipments for 10 gigawatts of generation, but domestic demand was only about 3 gigawatts. In the absence of proper atmosphere for export, the industry's potential is getting wasted. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy issues guidelines from time to time, but many times these are not adhered to. States have their own separate policies. The government needs to create the platform to enable the industry to export. The way forward. The industry is looking forward to a new renewable law that would bring in policy clarity and remove uncertainties in the sector. The wind energy sector is waiting for the right kind of attention from the government in order to achieve its true potential. Investors need long-term predictability to invest big money. Currently, that is missing in the wind energy sector. Viewed from this context, India has currently utilized just about 8% of its wind energy potential. It can easily grow at a fast rate, possibly even outpacing the growth in the solar energy sector.